Guys, a couple weeks ago, I was dealing with a cold, and every time I have a cold, I think about God damn. I remember being homesick in elementary school, or middle school, or dare I say it, high school. Those were some of the most comforting days of my entire life so far, but every time I reminisce on it, I can't help but think about one thing. Daytime television. That and waking up from fever dreams to mesothelioma commercials. Did anyone ever end up getting that? No, that's rude. We never actually paid attention to those shows, but every once in a while, for no reason at all, something would grip us. For me, it was the Maury Show, hosted by Maury Povich, and you'll probably recognize it from this clip.
You are not the father.
It's basically like this. It's like, this guy got me pregnant and I know it. And he's like, it was not me. And they fight, we get the answer, and it's over. But one thing I failed to remember is how utterly insane every second of these episodes are. You got people fighting, the crowd going insane, the cameraman chasing people backstage, which might I say is very impressive. And at the center of it all, you have me, ready to watch it, sitting down in my chair. Just kidding, guys, clearly standing.
Everyone. Ashley here is 21. Next to her, Ramzia is 22. Next to her, Latrice is 24. 3 women.
Whoa, Maury, come on, man. Have some respect. Okay, so here we have 3 women, all who claim to have had children with this man, Edwin. Oh, and by the way, that bleep a second ago?
3 women.
I don't really know why that's there, but for some reason, this broadcast recording has random bleeps throughout it. It actually makes it rather hilarious, so get ready for that.
Now.
One thing you'll probably pick up on pretty quickly about this show is that the people that are on the show have a fucking chokehold over the studio audience, dude. I don't know if they're being paid to be there, but some of these people are reacting like there's a line of gunmen just out of view of the camera.
2 children. 2-year-old Ishan and 9-month-old Inaya.
Maury, dude, how many times you gotta go over this, man? What, is he like uncontrollably farting mid-shoot so they have to cut it out? That's pretty impressive, man. I'm not gonna lie, all right? I'm not gonna hold him. It's like he can, you know, control the decibel level of each fart. Nah, in all realness, I'm pretty sure it's just the broadcast clip that I found. Something went wrong in the mainframe. Yeah, I don't know what's so cute about this. Looks like the one on the side's having a meltdown. Okay, so we've got 4 babies between 3 women, and all I can really think is, there's gotta be some kind of plan here. Because this isn't like horny player activity, okay? This is virus-seeking host. Which, by the way, if that's the case, sign me up. I would love to be able to venom punch. Now you're probably thinking, whoa, Andy, what are you saying? I mean, doesn't the virus have to enter the host? You wouldn't?
I have a 2-year-old son. His name's Quincy. I got a 2-year-old named Ishan and a 9-month-old named Inaya.
Now, this show is funny and all, but I can't ignore the fact that these women have been dealt an extremely bad hand, and I do feel very bad. But then they go ahead and they say some shit like this.
I got a 10-month-old son with Edwin named Caden. Even though we had like a little quickie or whatever.
And I'm sorry, but I cannot deny the amusement that lines like that give me. So to keep it entirely real, I definitely think he got these 3 women pregnant. But now that they're chopping it up in the studio, we get to find out a little bit more about their relationship. So Ashley was with Edwin, and one day she found Edwin and Ramzia at Edwin's place together. Turns out they both got pregnant at the same time.
She pregnant, and I'm pregnant too.
Basically, they all just claim that he's a deadbeat dad that does nothing for the kids, but then Maury comes in and he suggests that Edwin is trying to pit them against each other. And Maury's a sneaky little instigator, okay? Because he knows that that shit's gonna get them fired up.
And then I think he tried to pit the 3.
Yeah, try to pin off each other. You gonna get it for me? Yeah, we together.
Dude, it is so easy. It's like they literally just get to play with an audience soundboard. But Maury ends up calming down the audience because apparently Edwin gets to still tell his side of the story. And I say apparently because normally this wouldn't come as a surprise to me, but because 3 separate women with a combined 4 children showed up to drag his ass through the dirt, well, I'm shocked they're even showing his face.
I'm being accused of being a father of 4 babies by 3 women. The first girl, Ashley, she had a boyfriend at the time, so it ain't no telling who that baby daddy could be.
Oh, okay, yeah. So first of all, he's the fucking dad. But I can't get over those dramatic shots that they throw in, like, mid-sentence. It's like, yeah, I might have 4 kids, but who wants me?
And the second girl, Ramzia, we was on together for like 6 months, on and off. She got 2 kids. Them kids don't even look black, they look Mexican.
Okay, if we know anything about genetics, that's just not necessarily how that works. Second of all, he says they look Mexican.
They look Mexican.
But she actually revealed like a minute and a half ago that she's Iraqi.
Because I am Iraqian. What does he expect?
So if they were together for 6 months, you'd think he'd pick up on that, right?
The last girl, Latrice, I know I'm not her baby father. She had sex with the whole city. I mean, she freaked out.
Fuck, dude. She's freaked up is crazy. Okay, my biggest question about all of this is like, how do you even come into this with a defense? In fact, why would you even agree to be on the show in the first place? He does have one more thing to say, though.
Y'all ain't nothing but hoes. Ho, ho, ho. And I ain't just Santa Claus.
Hey, man, look, you're the one trying to beat triple child support right now, okay? I mean, I think that makes you the host. So now things are getting rowdy as shit. Everyone's out of their chairs. Edwin's entering like he's the fucking president. And this guy in the blue shirt, I'm pretty sure his job is literally just to make people sit down. Oh, look, he's back again. Okay, so he sits down, and then for some reason, Maury decides to ask the dumbest possible question.
How you doing?
I'm
You the father of any of these children?
Isn't that literally the point of the show? Like, are we about to find out?
You know what happens if you sleep with somebody and you don't use protection, right?
Yeah.
What are they cheering for?
Yeah, I know how sex works. This guy, I know how sex...
He says, and I quote, that they all wanted him because his swag was irresistible. And to that I say, prove it. But the ladies have something else to say, okay? Specifically Ramzia. Oh, sorry, it's Ramzia. I've been pronouncing it wrong. Anyway, she has something to say.
You know what? They know what a broke ass.
Wow! I mean, she didn't say it, but basically... Correct me if I'm wrong about this, but I don't think that self-censoring applies to slurs, right? Because you meant it, you know, just because you don't say it means you get away with it. The audience fucking loves it, though, which is also super-duper concerning. Let's not get into that, though. So Maury asks Edwin, what are you gonna do if you find out that you're the father? And Edwin responds...
If I'm the father, I'm gonna do what I do, you hear me?
That's great. What? Well, that's not our problem, folks, because the results are in. Now, I'm pretty sure we all know how this one's gonna go, but we gotta sit through it. I mean, this is the reason that people watch this show.
When it comes to 2-year-old Quincy, Edwin, you are the father.
Oh, damn, yeah, I can't say I didn't expect that one, you know, let's be real. And look, there's the guy trying to sit people down again. God, his job must suck.
When it comes to 2-year-old Ishan with Ramzia, the oldest there.
You are the father.
Yo! Let him finish! You're just gonna interrupt Maury in the very little speaking he gets to do in this show? No, he's capable of more than gossip, and I've tried to tell you guys that like multiple times, and you just think it's a joke. Turn that camera off!
Edwin, you are the father.
Oh my God, dude, he just tackled her like nothing happened. Like, is he the director, the AD, a PA? Seriously, what is his job? I would actually love anyone in the comments to let me know, because it is captivating. If you notice it for too long, you start to obsess over it.
You are the father.
Oh my God, oh my God. And the way each section of the episode ends cracks me up, because we don't get a follow-up, we don't know what happens next, and all of a sudden, there's just a clip of Edwin holding 2 of the babies like he sees them every day. That being said, I'm gonna go ahead and assume that a lot of aspects of this show are staged. I think it's pretty plain to see. But it's not the kind of staged where every single word and action is planned out. I really think they just seek situations, put the people on the stage, and hold on for dear life. All right, let's get the next one.
Christine was in love with a man named Mike. Then they broke up. So, sad and lonely, she found love in the most problematic place, with Mike's cousin, James.
The fucking audience, dude. Okay, also, look, the guy on the screen feels the same way as me. Look, he can barely keep it together. Okay, so as you heard, the story is pretty straightforward. Christine was with Mike, and then they split. And then she got with Mike's cousin. Somewhere along the line, Christine got pregnant and had her daughter, Haley. And yet, yeah, okay, great. Can I keep fucking talking? Anyway, what I was about to say is that there is one particular detail missing from this situation. A detail that, well, I don't think we're ever going to get.
Today, Christine doesn't know which cousin father.
What? No, like, what was just said?
Doesn't know which cousin father.
Whatever. Broadcast error or not, I really do like the idea of Maury just being super straight-laced, and then every now and then he's like, so Christine had a beautiful baby hand. So we're here to find out today who she sucked and fucked.
A few years ago, I fell in love with Mike, and he broke my heart so bad. I found comfort with another man, his cousin James.
Holy shit, that was dramatic. Apparently neither Mike nor James are actually willing to help out with the child. So it would seem that the reason that she's here isn't really to find out who the father is, rather who's gonna give her all the money. But apparently, she wants James to be the father. I don't know.
Here's the problem. James has a new fiance named Mary.
Oh no! Another thing I love about this show is that it just doesn't give a shit about its production value or its organization. I didn't point it out earlier, but when they were bringing out Edwin, one of the mothers just ever so casually moves one of the chairs to the side, you know, because of instinct. But now, I mean, this is awesome. They're just fully revealing that the brick wall behind them isn't a brick wall. Like, I understand the backstage meta, but at that point, if everyone's gonna see it, you know, sky's the limit. Show me the Fortnite.
Mike wasn't there for you. His cousin's not there for you.
Correct.
Did you pick the wrong family?
All right, man, I get it. Look, I see the vision. Little too harsh. Of course she picked the wrong family, but you just can't get enough of that audience interaction, you freak. She does acknowledge the fact that she messed up, but I'm still a little confused because we still don't know exactly why her and Mike broke up. All she said was that he broke her heart so bad.
And he broke my heart so bad.
So yeah, I'm gonna need a little DLC on that one, okay?
Me and Mike are over with.
Oh,
We
you
will
want
never.
to be with James?
Yes.
Turn around and look at the screen. That's his fiance.
Maury, dude, enough with the shot. He's such a little meddler gossiper, you know? It's like he's got a reporter from TMZ in his ear the entire time. So, tell me about your daughter. So my daughter is 7.
Hey, Maury, after she's done trauma dumping, ask her if she's gotten any cosmetic work done.
Anyway, Christine drops the fact that James told her that he loved her just the other day with no receipts because who cares? And that's not the only bizarre fact that we learn, because then we get some pre-recorded side interviews from Mike and James that make everything that we've learned so far make 0 sense.
Christine and I had a rocky relationship for years. But she hurt me bad when she betrayed me in the ultimate way, by sleeping with my cousin James.
Okay, so wait, which happened first? Because Christine said that she slept with James because you broke her heart, right? Also, why in God's name does Mike look so menacing in this light? His forehead is buff. So yeah, okay, super confused, but we're just gonna move through it because the following is what would happen if you asked 2 8-year-olds how to settle a divorce case.
When Christine told me she was pregnant, and I might not be the father, it rocked my world.
Christine is also to blame for this. She's the one that slept with 2 men.
If this baby's mine, I'll raise her as my own.
If this child is mine, which I highly doubt it is, I'm gonna step up and take care of this child as if she's my own.
It gets even better seconds later when they bring Mike on stage and he goes from being 5 Vicodin deep to every perk on the planet.
Mike, how are you? How you doing, Maury? Nice to see you.
Don't let this girl manipulate you.
What?
Don't let this girl manipulate anybody.
Hey, how are you? Mike, nice to meet you. Don't listen to this piece of shit. Somehow Mike gets the audience to roar with applause. And at this point, I'm just convinced that the audience will react positively to anything loud that happens on the stage. Mike and Christine argue a bit, but in this argument, we get some more clarification on the situation. Allegedly, Christine slept with James a mere 12 hours after her and Mike had broken up. So technically it wasn't cheating, but it was really fucking low. And also, we still don't know why they broke up in the first place.
I'm gonna rearrange the deck chairs here. Okay, now we gotta move these over here because he doesn't talk to his cousin.
Dude, again with the chairs. Yeah, I love how Maury makes every single part of the show a spectacle. Literally, it doesn't matter what it is. Also, I can finally see one of the orderlies in the corner. This motherfucker's ready for a takedown.
Here are Mary and James.
Fuck it! Here are Mary and James! Mary and James are met with heavy boos, which I'm kind of indifferent about because I have no idea what side to take. But James is like, I was never with her, Maury. I just slept with her. He even throws in the fact that they slept together, but they never even kissed, which, all right, I'm not gonna lie, that's an unnecessary shot. That's too far. But then Mary's like,
oh, I'm carrying his baby, and I don't have to have a DNA test to prove my baby's father.
And Christine's like,
You were so ugly, he was embarrassed to have a baby with you.
and Maury's like, oh, Jesus Christ, dude.
And we're gonna find out who's the father.
As I discussed before, this show is pretty famous for its ending section in particular. You know, clearly there is no such thing as a wrong reaction. How would you react though, okay? Think about it for a moment. Think about both sides, okay? Now watch this.
Mike, you are not the father.
Yes, I knew it. I knew it.
I'm a little concerned for Mike, though, because I saw that pain at the end, all right? You know, he did a good job, though. He kept it together. But this naturally means that James is, in fact, the father, and the vibe is odd. I don't know what anyone's really feeling at this point. Regardless of what they're feeling, though, James and Mary decide to just start making out before they're cut off by a transition.
Now, normally, if I was lying ill on a couch, I probably would have passed out like 5 minutes into the Edwin section.
That being said, I think this is the first time that I've actually sat down to watch the show with full focus. It's making me realize, though, that this show, I mean, since its conception, was way ahead of its time. I mean, if you drop this concept for the first time in 2023, people would go nuts for it. But not even like subject matter. I'm talking down to the timing of the episodes. They're all less than 10 minutes, and that's, you know, that's like... It's like the average attention span now, huh? And because my attention span is progressing towards that statistic at a frightening rate, why don't we watch one more? Meet Stacy. She's here to prove to this guy, Tristan, that he's the father of her 2-year-old son, DeJarvion.
However, Tristan says, he's not the father. In fact, he swears he never even slept with her.
Okay, I don't really know what they're booing for. Like, is it the fact that he's claiming to have never slept with her, or do they just think that one of them is lying right off the bat? This is a bold claim, though, so to clear it up, they give Tristan not only a DNA test, but a lie detector test as well. Now, I don't know about you, but judging by this quick shot of him in absolute terror, I'm beginning to think that there's no way he's telling the truth.
He don't come up see my son. That's exactly what he do. He ride past my house and I stop him.
Yep.
In that Crown Vic with them rims on it.
Oh, is that right?
Them rims on it.
So now she's just roasting the shit out of his car. And this is brutal because she's 100% right. That car is musty as shit. The thing that I find so funny about this, though, isn't the car itself, though. More so the fact that they just had the image pulled up and ready to go. Now, there's an interesting moment here because you can tell that Tristan's trying not to laugh, and that combined with how funny Stacy's being is tipping me off that these people are probably just friends in real life.
Look at me rims out. Look at me rims out.
You know, with the first group of people, they actually did read as, like, believable, trashy relationships, but something about the comedy of this is giving script, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't really mind it. Stacy pretty much calls him out for being able to afford the rims on his cars, but then claiming to have no money, and his response is airtight.
No way.
Now, Stacy's super fired up, right? Okay. Maury really doesn't like this, and you can tell.
This is important. This is important. I'm about to tell you something, okay? Because Tristan said... No!
You heard that? No! I think that was the closest that he got to losing it. Like, he was almost there.
Tristan's argument is so funny because it's the dumbest thing on the planet. He claims that his ears curl up at the top and DeJarvion's don't, which, first of all, that's so dumb. That is like one of 100 genetic traits your offspring could inherit.
He says he has these curled up ears.
Second of all, listen to this.
And he also says DeJarvion doesn't have those curled up ears, and that you curl them up on purpose to show him.
That makes no sense, dude.
They start squaring up together at the screen, which I find hilarious because I'm almost positive he can't even see her. But they get so fired up that Maury literally has to go over to the screen and reprimand Stacy like a child.
Stacy, sit down. Sit down, Stacy. Sit down. Sit down.
After he finally sits her down, though, we get to hear Tristan's pre-recorded bit, which is basically just him talking about his rims and how much he fucking hates Stacy.
World, check me out. I look good, I got money, and I ride nice cars with rims. And that's why this nasty old Stacy claiming I'm her baby daddy.
But after that, he basically just makes the same exact claim as he did at the beginning, with no evidence. And that's the clip. I guess I didn't really pick up on it, but that's kind of been all the intro clips so far. And you know what? At this point, I don't even understand the purpose. As soon as they bring Tristan out, he gets booed to shit. Maury's got a vice grip on Stacy's arm. And also, Maury casually daps Tristan up. I don't even know how to comment on that.
Nothing like you. Come on, man. That's how y'all feel. He the daddy right there. My man's right there. Say he the daddy.
And this conversation is a roller coaster of confusion. Half the time, I don't even know what they're talking about. There's this one part where they're arguing and they turn their chairs away from each other, which for some reason makes the audience go absolutely insane.
You see me from the hood? No, yeah.
But it doesn't matter what they were talking about because the results are in. First, for the lie detector test. Now, he's sworn up and down this entire segment that they've never had sexual contact. So if he's lying, Well,
Tristan, we asked you, have you had sexual contact with Stacy? You said no. The lie detector test determined that was a lie.
yeah, I mean, yeah, I could have seen that one coming. Hey, did you guys notice that their shirts are matching?
Tristan, you are not.
What the fuck? All right, they really got me there. Like, I thought this was a done deal. Look at this. Tristan was so unbelievably hyped that he launched out of his seat into the air. The saddest part about all this is while Tristan does his celebration because the audience loves him now for some reason, Maury is in the back comforting Stacy with a camera shoved right in their faces.
My bad.
You accept
I will
I'll accept the apology.
It's cool.
I ain't tripping.
But there you go. You know, in the end, they apologized to each other. And after all the shit that they just talked, I think that's extremely humble. This show is so odd to me because in a technical sense, you would call this a talk show. But with the way that it reads, it feels like a game show. For some reason, every time a segment ends, I get this odd, empty feeling inside of me because no one wins a prize. But that's it. That is the Maury Show. I would say that's the Maury Show in a nutshell, but I mean, that just grazes the surface. If you would like to see more of this, please let me know because I really enjoyed writing this and making this. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to interact with me and Maury. You know, me and Maury love it when you do liking and subscribing and stuff like that. Maury loves interaction. He's speaking through me. But anyway, guys, that is all I have for you this time. So I will say the part now where I say until next time.
There's like a newer episode playing right now, and Maury's aging. He's aging quite a bit. He's still at it though, you know? We gotta give props to Maury. Oh, right. I forgot. I don't do sound effects at the end, so that was just me clapping. So that's an awkward end.